Welcome to NCCUniverse, produced by the NCCU TV studio. I'm Asyia White, your guide for this episode. On Friday, October 24th through Saturday, November 1st, 2014, one-stop early voting will take place at the Alfonso Elder Student Union on NCCU's campus. Voters will be able to cast their vote before Election Day, Tuesday, November 4th. The deadline to register to vote in this election was October 10th. However, people can register to vote in future elections at the one-stop NCCU location. Students must provide their mailing address or P.O. box number to receive their voter registration card through the mail after verification. We at NCCUniverse encourage everyone to exercise their hard-earned right to vote. 2 years ago, in 2012, one-stop voting on NCCU's campus had a different meaning. Then, you could register to vote and cast your ballot at the same time. On October 26, 2012, the North Carolina Black Caucus and Civil Rights leader Jesse Jackson led NCCU students to the Student Union for one-stop registration and voting. Here is a clip from that historic day at North Carolina Central University.
I want to express sincere thanks to Chairman McKissick and the Legislative Black Caucus and Congressman Butterfield for the opportunity to come home today and do some work here in Durham, around the Durham area, and Chapel Hill this afternoon in Greensboro later on today. I was at the convention in Charlotte a few weeks ago. This is a new sound to my people like Floyd McKissick and Kelly Alexander. Paid supreme sacrifice to bring down barriers and to build bridges. Because of the success of these men who were not legislators, their sacrifices, their protests, not governors or senators, but these protesters for justice created the new day. So I stood in the streets in Charlotte, I could not help but think that we could not have had the convention in Charlotte as long as the curtain under the back of the curtain was up. You couldn't have had the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons behind the curtain under the back of the curtain. You couldn't have had all this development along I-85. You could not have had the Olympics in Atlanta, or the Super Bowl in New Orleans, or in Miami, as the case may have been. You couldn't have had Boeing and Airbus, all this new industrial investment in the South, because so long as the walls were up, the South was not investment attractive, not investment worthy. So now all this new growth, Michael Jordan could not have attended the University of North Carolina so long as the barriers were up. But people like Jimmy Carter from Plains, Georgia, Moore from Tennessee, Clinton from Hope, Arkansas, Bush from Odessa, Texas. The entire South was stereotyped and limited in its growth. The Voting Rights Act is the heart and soul of our democracy. It is the heart of our democracy. The right to vote preserves all other rights. It's under attack. I want people to know in North Carolina that the Voting Rights Act was not for blacks only. Blacks could not vote, to be sure. White women could not serve on juries. 18-year-olds who served in Vietnam could not vote. Students could not vote on campuses. You could not vote bilingually. We redefined democracy for America and for the Western world. We made a big attempt. We now see democracy through a door, not through a keyhole. So in many ways, our democracy was not born in Philadelphia, signed by Jefferson. It was born in Selma, signed by Lyndon Johnson, and the models like Dr. King, Alexander, and McKissick. We should be proud of this new democracy because it has brought for us prosperity and brought for us domestic tranquility. Now these schemes to undermine the vote are considered not just a scheme in Florida where the winner lost and the loser won in year 2000 or 2004 where you had dry machines and wet people. 38 states assaulted the Voting Rights Act this year. They lost all the court suits, but they sought to traumatize the process, make it more difficult for students to vote, for seniors to vote, for minorities to vote. We deserve better and more progressive leadership than that. You can't pull for the Panthers on Sunday and be against the laws that made the Panthers possible. You cannot pull for the new jobs coming along I-85 and fight against that which made them possible. We must embrace the more perfect union. So we have reason to vote. Good news about North Carolina, you have early voting. You don't have early voting in Pennsylvania, only one day of voting. Here you have early voting. On this campus, there's actually a precinct here, established since 1988 on this precinct. Students on this campus, they actually register and vote on the same day on this campus. That's what should be for every campus because there's a critical mass of people who should be able to vote conveniently and on campus, a convenient place to vote. So for Brother Bob, the NAACP, and the legislators who led the drive to stop the attempt to make voting more difficult here, all who believe in democracy should thank them. These moves that we've made to open up democracy have been good for everybody. New South benefits every Southerner. More jobs, more investment, more growth, more prosperity. We intend to keep that trajectory upward in the coming days ahead. So today we're going to do a march of polls. We're going to lead students who have the right to vote, the right to register and vote today. We hope that this idea is infectious across the state. Thank you very much.
Got